Greetings, toy heads, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams. And today we are having a look at the McFarlane Toys Silver Age Joker. I made a promise to myself after the debacle with the Dark Side review that I wasn't going to get any more McFarlane, but this rolled in, of course, and I am a sucker for this Joker. This is my Joker. This will always be my Joker, is the Silver Age. And I had to get it, so I am going to review it. I'm going to honestly review it. So just getting that out of the way. Up at the top here, we got 22 parts, or 22 moving parts, joint points, articulation, blah, 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 multilingual. McFarlane Toys Digital. We have the Joker there and all his jokeriness. McFarlane Toys Digital, DC Direct. Silver Age Batman logo, the Joker, ages 14 plus. And then on the side here, we've got more McFarlane Digital. There's the QR code thing that you can scan on the side here. McFarlane Toys Digital, the Joker, DC, the Silver Age. And then on the back here, we've got that classic George Perez. I had to think there. DC Direct, we have that wonderful artwork. The only problem I have with it is I wish that the tie was black. Because that, to me, that's more like, you know, the Superpowers or the Mattel DC Multiverse or DC Universe Classics. Down here at the bottom, McFarlane stuff about McFarlane. On the bottom here, jibbery-jabbery legal jargon, Houses of Klingon, and barcode, and a little scratch-off thing so you know it's authentic. DC Warner Brothers. Let's get him out of the box. Let's get him onto the pedestal, and we'll have ourselves a look. All right, here we've got him on the pedestal. Let's have a look at the accessories. First and foremost, we had these two cards. This is my first McFarlane Digital. So I don't know what this one thing is, but we have a picture of that Perez artwork again, with a little blurb about the Joker on the back in case, you know, if you don't know who the Joker is. Here we've got this McFarlane's Digital 18 plus. It's got a scratch off thing. It's a redemption code for something. I don't know exactly what. But redemption code something. I guess you scan that barcode and you get, I guess, maybe a digital, like an NFT or whatever those things are called. Anyway, setting those aside. And then we have the McFarlane's, the round black McFarlane one peg stand, because generally these guys tend to be a little bit weird to stand. He's standing okay by himself, but there's some issues I already saw. But so McFarlane Toys Digital stands classic. These are handy to have around. Usually you have to put them on the McFarlane guys, but then we have his cane, which we got this green cane. I really feel like he should have came with the big green sledgehammer, but oh well. We have, this cane here that's got the Joker head up at the top and the little purple tie around it. I don't recall ever seeing Joker have this, but maybe he did in the comics. But yeah, it's a soft rubbery material. Got a little peg at the end there. It almost looks like a foot peg, but yeah, we have the Joker cane. And then we have, comes with 5 hands. We have one hand on the left here by default out of the box. It's sort of a splayed out hand that's a little bit of a grip hand, it looks like. And then we have, for the right hand, we have another grip hand where the two middle fingers are gripping, but the outer two aren't. But that's kind of a cool looking hand. And then we have a proper grip hand on the right. I just noticed something. Okay. And then we have another right hand with the clownfish on it, the classic clownfish, when he pulled that caper. And then on his right hand by default, we have a hand holding some cards. Okay. Let's go ahead before I get into nitpicking. It does look really good. Undoubtedly, it looks good. Again, I wish this was black, but this is a classic Joker for me. This works. It does look very, very nice. I will say that. The face sculpt, it's a little bit over the top. I don't think it needed to be so evil looking. I think it would maybe more like the Mattel DC Universe Classics, which we'll do a compare and contrast on that later. But it does look good. The purple's right. The vest color's right. The green shirt underneath is right. The flower is a daisy, but it's a flower. Flower is a flower. We know he has a flower that squirts acid. The outer coat part is a, well, actually the whole upper torso is a separate, it's like a soft rubbery piece, and then there is sort of hollow underneath. And then the tails are very, very soft rubbery. Yeah, it looks good. We've got that purple tux going down to the black shoes with the white spats. The hair sculpt looks nice. It's a little bit fluffy. I don't know if I think there was some poetic licensing used in the head here, but it still looks pretty good. I wouldn't say comic accurate for that time, but it still looks pretty good. Todd does what Todd does. Yeah. So on articulation, we've got a head with I think a neck, or that might be a static neck going into the body, with a dumbbell up at the top, giving us full rotation of the head with not very much down because of that Joker chin, but you're going to get that on just about any Joker figure like this. And then the hair keeps it from going back too much. But we've got pretty decent tilt out of that. With the arms, we do have a butterfly joint a little bit under there, sort of, giving us a little bit of back and forth movement there, but we've got full rotation of the arm at the shoulder with a hinge. Hinges are very smooth. We have a bicep swivel with a double elbow going right into there, down to the wrist where we've got full rotation of the wrist, and it is on a little pivot, sort of like Mezco is, but this part doesn't turn. So it's perpetually in that state. We have a ab crunch device in there. I don't know exactly what it is, but giving us ab crunch to there and then back to there, but that back of that coat's catching. Legs out to right about there, which isn't too bad. There is no thigh swivel really at all, but that's Todd McFarlane. We've got a double knee going all the way back to there where that catches, down to the feet where we have a rotation on the feet, or we have a detense on the feet and a forward rocker, and then also the toe hinge on there. So here's my complaints. The cards that he's holding in his hand don't have anything on them. They are just cards. He's holding blank cards. So he should be holding playing cards. The back seems to be a different color than the front. This side's white, I think, but no, I guess they're both the same color. So that's kind of a, like, why would you give him cards and not put the paint apps on there? That kind of doesn't make any sense. The other thing is he only has this one left hand. So the only way, if you want to display him, which I want to display him with the card hand, is to put this in his hand, which this looks like you can do. Sort of. Yeah, I guess. You can put that in his hand, and that way you can display him. So if you want to, he basically has a grip. He has grip hands for the right, but you can't, like this. You see what I'm saying, right? So he's got the fish hand, he's got the cards hand, he's got a full grip hand and a half grip hand, and that. Okay, so that's what he is. I'm going to display him like with this hand and the cane. So let's get him off the pedestal. We'll line him up with some other characters and we'll see how he scales up. Alright, so here we have him with the Metacom mafex, Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series, Imperial Stormtrooper version 2, the Mattel DC Universe Classics The Joker, and the Mezco 112th Collective The Joker. All in all, I think this is a fairly decent looking figure, but again, I don't understand why the lack of hip articulation without having that thigh swivel. I don't know. I will say this is strides above the dark side debacle. And I will say that out of all of the McFarlane stuff, which I don't really collect like everybody else collects, I have, oh gosh, let's see, there's a Superman, I have the 2 Batmans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I have six, I have the Swamp Thing, I have the Nightfall Batman, I have the Silver Age Robin, I have the Action Comics 1000 Superman, and then Darkseid. So, I had to look around at the back, at the shelf back there that they're on. This is definitely in the top of the few McFarlane figures that I have reviewed. I would say the best one I did would probably be the Nightfall Batman, despite the fact that it had, you know, the crazy rubber cape on it. But I have a problem with these being bigger than everything else. I don't understand why they're doing that. I wish they would scale them down. They proved that they can do that because they're doing that with, like, the Batman 66 stuff. But I feel like the plastic is cheaper than, like, Hasbro or Mezco or one of the, you know, the other companies. It feels, and this has this oily feel to it too, which is really weird. I can feel it on my fingers. I don't know if it's that rubber jacket. I'm going to give this and I'm being generous, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I don't like the lack of thigh swivel. That limits articulation. I don't like what they did with the hands and then the cards not having printing on them. I really feel like this should have been the big clown sledgehammer thing. The cane has been overdone with Joker figures. The big sledgehammer is definitely the way to go with this Joker. The cane's kind of cool, but I think the sledgehammer would have been better. Outside of that, it's a fantastic looking figure. Again, with the head, I think is a little over the top with the face, but that's fine. It's gonna look good on the shelf, and like I always say, at the end of the day, that's what really counts in this hobby when you collect the way that I do. And that will do it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of my channel. You all have yourselves a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time, and until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Take care.